So it's Thursday, guys. What's going on? We love to spotlight and show off our geckos on Thursdays, and hopefully you're having an awesome day, an awesome week. And if not, hopefully a beautiful gecko can kind of help turn that day around for you. So let's get into the video. Hey guys, what's going on? Flawless Crested Geckos here. Will coming to you guys with another video this week, and this is going to be one for the Diamond series. We are rocking and rolling. Our road to 100 videos on the Diamond series is probably going to go way over that. We have a lot of grow outs and quite the collection of breeders already. And I don't know, it's kind of ever evolving because we're constantly improving our collection, or what we perceive to be improving our collection as we move forward. Every single year, Audra and myself, we sit down and we come up with another elaborate plan on how to get into another program, work another project. And like I said, it's just ever evolving. But this is going to be the Diamond series this week. And this week we're going to spotlight a red. We really have focused in on Novocaine. Novocaine has been an extremely versatile powerhouse of a female for us. In all the pairings we've paired her to, I believe it's been Perfection. I believe it's been Panty Dropper. From her side of things, I mean, she just never ceases to not amaze us. And to see her kind of spin off this project that we're going to show off today, we showed off quite a few of them already. It's just going to be another one, another diamond, not in the rough, because he's pretty awesome. But this was morph where we saw other breeders really killing it, so we bought into it. We have a couple of phantoms, and then on the way to building that project, we started hatching out white spot phantoms out of our collection. So it's really cool to see some of these, recessive traits or recessive morphs, recessive genes and incomplete dominant genes, how they're all interacting. We get to show the practical examples of putting these things in play and seeing how it turns out. But this little fella today does not have a name, so comment down below some really cool red focused, red based type names. Creativity kind of leaves you quite a bit when you start getting over 300 400 Crested Gecko names, and you should start kind of going super plain Jane, often how Audra does it. But comment down below if you have some really cool names. We definitely will consider every single name that you guys put down as we get into this Diamond series. So you know what, let's show them off.
Hey guys, Flawless Crested Geckos here, Will and Audra.
And we're here to tell you guys about our new Patreon tier. Have you guys ever played the lottery, lose, and get all your money back?
That's not really a thing, is it? Oh, but yes it is. With our new tier, the $100 a month, you get every single bit of your money back for the entire year. But guess what? It doesn't end at the end of the year. Right. No, you have rollover. So you can continue to build your savings account as much as you would like.
Right.
But guess what? That's not all.
That's right.
You What's the biggest perk?
Are automatically entered for our annual free Exantic giveaway. Visual Exantic.
A free visual Exantic. Oh my gosh. Who does that? We do.
That's right. So you guys are going to want to go over to patreon.com/Flawless Crested Geckos and check us out.
Join the Flawless family.
That's right. Look at this powerhouse for us. So no name yet. He's extremely awesome. Check out his pattern. Both sides do not match, but those portholes are insane. And again, really stemming from Novocaine. She's also carries the Tangerine line. which I'm happy that this little fella did not carry over. That appears to be an incomplete dominant trait. So basically, half of her babies carry the gene, half of them do not. But it's really, really awesome because it seems that hypo carried over to this male as well, which we already knew that she was het hypo. And we're just completely blown away by his appearance and what he can do for our collection. Structure's freaking awesome. His pattern's insane. His expression of the gene, of the Porthole gene, the phantom gene. You see the striping on his dorsal. Phantom kind of washes away all the, I think, just plainly noticeable pattern. But you can still have some pattern on the phantom, as you can see. And as you can see, matching Porthole with phantom is absolutely one of the best things to ever happen to phantom, in my opinion. He's a really cool finger hugger. He displays very, very well. This is him fired up. When he's fired down, he's literally like close to the Porthole coloring. But he's very, very flat, very, very like a grayish tone. Pretty cool looking. Not to the point of being translucent, but really, really like pink. A little stuck shed on you, man. Gotcha. Look you out. So if you guys are interested in getting into the Porthole, that's my phone, dings. Get into the Porthole project, I would check over your collection. And if you have any phantoms, I think they're a great base, male or female. And check out the traits of your other geckos. If you have any white spot geckos to pair, porthole geckos, even if you see a little portholing, it may be worth it to kind of venture down that avenue and see if some of these recessive traits kind of move forward in your projects. You guys have to understand that long time ago, these geckos were melting pots, a mixture of genes, which I'll elaborate on in a bit. There you have it, guys. Hopefully you really like that boy, because we love him. He's not going anywhere. Just absolutely truly impressed with how he's turned out thus far. Obviously not breeding this season. He'll be breeding probably in 2025 for us. He's quite the eater, man. And he's one of the candidates that's been in the Sweet Reptiles group, testing the food out. Shout out to DNA Geckos. Check out Dallas if you're looking to source that food, experiment with some new food. We've been getting very promising results from that food. Nothing bad to say about it whatsoever. But that male is really going to take it next level for us. I think if he continues to progress, it seems like the white porthole gene kind of expresses similar to the super dials, on how you can get a super dial in 4 or 5 grams. Let's say it has like 10 spots or so, and by the time it hits 30 grams, it's like literally engulfed, entrenched with nothing but spots on top of spots. We're seeing that come from the porthole trait as well, because that little fella, again, another reason our standards are the way they are, where we grow them out, was when he hatched out, he probably had 4 or 5 little portholes on each side. And look at him now. He's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely impressive. I think anyone who's working a porthole trait would consider him a holdback. It's just an opinion of mine. But what I was saying about melting pot of geckos, with these geckos, when they first came in, Oh man, so long ago, there were so many genes like stacked on top of each other, mixed up into these geckos, where a lot of it wasn't visual. A lot of these recessive genes that you may see floating around in people's collections, the phantoms, the hypos, and so on. A lot of those animals were, quad het or penta het, or double het, and we didn't know at that time. Not that we were in it at that time, as far as in the hobby, but now hindsight being 2020, those geckos were extremely valuable as far as building the foundation in the community as of right now. So some of these fancier geckos, visually pleasing geckos, are not as gene packed as they once were because of the isolation of traits and genes. Like we've isolated different projects and kind of go down specific lanes with certain geckos, which makes sure to a certain extent that you're starting to kind of how do I say, banish certain genes out of certain projects. Not the gene itself, not that you don't like a gene, but it's you're trying to, if you're doing a high white, extreme Harlequins and you don't want Dalmatians, you're gonna kind of stay clear of Dalmatians in that project. If you want extreme, super dials, you're gonna keep on with different lines, different lineage of the best, super dials, in hopes of creating, whatever your vision is. So you're kind of isolating traits to perfect them to your liking, but at the same time you're banishing traits that you don't want in those projects. So nowadays you have more of a fine-tuned direction with certain geckos, which also makes sure that for your customer base that's shopping with you, they have more of a selection that's down their lane, if that makes sense. But anyway, not to talk you guys ears off. Thanks for watching this week. It's Will, Flawless Crested Geckos. We love you guys. Hit that subscribe button as well. We're climbing. And we'll see you next week.